SpaceX, one organism inserts its nose inside the other organism's ear. Now this inserts the baby. Now the baby is not like a sperm cell. This is a already fully grown child. It is just inserted into the ear. It is massively painful, but it produces a superhuman-like child. It is just inserted into the ear. It is massively painful, but it produces a superhuman-like child. For real, I told you to insert it into Jet, I need you to come here. Jet, I need you to turn around. This is important. You see this TV? Look, that is what it looks like when a baby's inserted inside the ear. Stop seeing the TV, Jet, do you know whose TV that is?
I swear to God, you say mirrors for I swear to God.
That is Spider-Man's TV. And no, it's not Spider-Man. It's Spider-Woman. Therefore, she's not funny. So, in the midst of making nobody laugh, she made this TV. Now this TV broadcasts one signal. This hand whip apart. But it's not a hand, it's actually a foot. As you could tell when I snipe it, it doesn't break. Do you know why it doesn't break? Exactly. Lead. Lead is what's in the bullet, lead is in the TV. This is the same thing contacts each other, nothing happens. So, that is why, when I punch you in the face, it is skin-on-skin contact. Therefore, thou shalt get hurt. But that's not the case, is it? Exactly. It's all a plot by the government, owned by government too, owned by Spider-Man woman, to, in fact, brainwash us into thinking that Chimera's world is the overall ruler. But for real, it's not. It's FouseyTube. FouseyTube, if you do not know, is a bald YouTuber. Now, him being bald scares a lot of people. He has blinded more than half the human population with his bald head. Now, do not be alarmed. There's a simple way to disarm him. Simply appreciate his cut and tap the back of his head very hardly. Now, this will make a slapping sound which deafens him, making him grow hair, because, you know, when you're deaf, you grow hair. And then he will no longer be able to blind people. That is when he is most vulnerable. That is when we decided to strike. So we had Air Team 1, commanded by Lego Spider-Man, and Air Team 2, commanded by the formerly known Captain Price, who is not actually Captain Price, but is indeed Chester from the Cheetos brand. Yes, that is right, Chester from the Cheetos brand.
He done.
Yes. He is the one that took the final finishing blow that killed FouseyTube and Chimera's world in one bullet. And yes, I know. We must have rewarded him with a great honor. Well, it was very sad, but the National Chimera's Guard ended up shooting his helicopter down. Now, he was not forgotten. To pick. Hot fries, there's hot Cheetos, there's normal Cheetos, cheese puffs,
hot fries,
so many different Cheetos.
Swappers on hot fries.
Shut the fuck up. Now that we're back to the story. After failing the memorial, we had to decide, which Cheeto do we want to choose? We didn't choose a Cheeto, we chose a chip. We chose Doritos. Doritos was his best friend. Just kidding. He killed Doritos. But that is not something we do until the year 2020, 89. Now, I'm going to ask you one simple question only. Do you like Bud Light? Exactly.
So much.
Neither does LeBron James, and LeBron James is actually the shortest person in the future. Now, being very, very tall, LeBron James is very weirdly the shortest person. Now, if you really want to know why he is so short, it's because in the future, everyone is approximately 8'20". That is right, we went to a new measurement system.
Get in my boat.
Objective zone marked.
I cannot read, therefore I cannot see your boat. Now, dyslexism is very common in the future. Now, if you did not know what dyslexism is, it's not a real thing. I made it up. Just like how the government was made up by government, too. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, Pete's Magic Dragon, you wouldn't understand this shit. But, I do, therefore I am an intellectual and an individual who clearly understands the making of space-time.
Dragon.
Oh, there, very good. You will understand this then. Now, the dragon's name is Puff, but we didn't know that yet. So, one day, Pete was walking on the sand, correct? Sand, feels good between your toes. Sand, who likes toes? Foot fetish people. Guess who has a foot fetish? John F. Kennedy. That's right, the dead guy. But he wasn't dead, because when he got shot in the face, his brain landed in the pot, and it turned into a watermelon person. Now, I know what you're saying. Watermelons aren't real. Exactly. It's because government too owns them. But guess who owns government too? Kamir's world. And guess who Kamir actually is? Comdir. Now, we already talked about Comdir, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it will all make sense in about 37 million years. No. Because you will be alive by then, you know. Because of the super serum that's brought out in 2022 that helps you live forever.
You're saying because of Trey. You're saying because of Trey.
What do you mean? All of this is true. Nothing here is fake. Why would you think this is fake?
I think everything here is fake.
The only thing fake here is Nicki Minaj's titties. That's right, they're fake. We tested them. We put them in a lab once she died, along with her head. They were both in a jar. We have a really weird fetish where we put titties in jars nowadays. But no, that is correct. She is in fact dead in the future. Now I know you didn't think Nicki Minaj could die. Well, that's because Cardi B actually killed her. Now Cardi B isn't real. Cardi B is actually an alien. She's the first of her kind to reach this earth. That is why. That alien race's music is so terrible that it legitimately makes you deaf for good. That is why if you've ever felt yourself gaining brain cancer for listening to Cardi B's music, as everybody and whoever's listened to it has.
Top, look at drop.
Do not sing that. That is in fact the national Satan anthem. Singing that can get you sent straight to fucking hell. Do not joke about it. It is not funny. Alright,
Certified freak, 7 days a week. Wet ass person in that blood game week.
I'm gonna have to erase your mind now with my ability to erase your mind. You know how I gained that ability? Exactly. Future people. Government 2, Kamir's world. You know what? You know who owns
Kamir's world?
You know, I don't think you're fully appreciating this. You know, after Kamir's world died, you know, he didn't die. So, he came back and actually died. Now this was very good for him, seeing that he could finally rest. Now resting gave him some time because, you know, he didn't actually die. And once he got up from his nap, because he's not dead, he just napping, he decided to create the new World Peace Program named Fat Cock. Now that stands for Voluptuous Anal Traumatizing Collaborative Organization of Kit Kat. Now, that may have sounded like it was just thrown together, and it was, because it doesn't actually stand for anything. Because I've been lying to this entire time. This future is the future that no longer exists. And you wanna know why it doesn't exist? Because I saved it. You know who helped me save it? Exactly. Not Chester, he fucking died. I watched him die. It was in fact Lord Voldemort, but as a midget. Midget Voldemort, in fact, saved my life. On the back in the days of World War 77. Because that happened because Joe Biden was 7, and he didn't like that Donald Trump stole Lego, so they shot each other very hard and they had sex. I know, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. But that is in fact, it is actually illegal to be straight in the future, which is why the Republic exists. The Republic has been born to bring forth all the straight people to rise up against the, as we call them, bi-lesbians.
Cool.
And that is where we are today in history. We are fighting the bi-lesbians for the right to be straight. Did you get all that, Jet?
Yes. Sadly,
and this is why we need you to take with a time travel machine with me all the way to the future, just so we can save ourselves. Because yes, in fact, you do indeed give birth to Kamir's world, the most important man in the history of the future, of back in time, space-time continuum. Exactly. Did you get all that?
I did. I wish I didn't.
No. Now that we're done with the introduction, it's time to start the real story. But that is a story for another day. And will another day come? Well, we don't know. Because if you don't save the world right now, right today, right whenever it is that you really want to do it, because it really just depends on you, you know, shit, damn, you know what I'm talking about? God damn it, I'm already losing the ability to speak. It's them. They're coming back from the future. I must know what you have to do. You have to protect us. You have to stay alive. You have to give birth to Kamir.
Objective is secure.
Okay, after scam, I'm getting off.
Damn, I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was that bad.
I feel sick.
What I said made you sick?
You just told me that I gave birth to a gay
Assault that zone
guy.
before hostile forces occupy.
Kamir World was not gay. In fact, he is leading the Republic to birth the straight motherfuckers.
You don't know him.
You do not know Kamir either. Personally, well actually I think you did. Don't you actually know Kamir?
Yes, he goes to my school.
Yeah. But, what you didn't know is that Kamir has secretly been planning to kill you. Now you need to give birth to his baby. So,
It's
do
funny
that.
how he actually said that to me. He said, I'm
Capture
gonna kill you one
operations are
day.
underway. Stay alert.
I thought you said he said I'm gonna impregnate you. Because that is what has to happen for you to have the baby.
I stole his girlfriend too when they killed me.
This is why you give birth to Kamir's baby. He has already impregnated her, and now she will impregnate you, causing you to give birth to the child.
That girl's lesbian.
Exactly.
Hostile
Lesbian
counters
for
by
you.
witness
That's why
established
you
around.
will give birth. That's why your vagina will be the most voluptuous of vaginas.
Oh, shut up.
Shit, I need you to take me seriously. It doesn't sound like you're taking.
I need you to shut up.